Before we start the knit row, just take a look at your work and plan ahead, because although we're doing the second row of Jess's face here, what we've also got, we've got a black stitch there and a black stitch there. So it means we're going to have two ends. So what I've done is I've cut a short thread to start working up this side, and I'll use a yarn holder of black to come up this side, and I'll join them in the middle and then just carry on with the thread on the yarn holder. And on this row we're going to be joining in the pinks for Jess's hands, and we've got to do his belt here, which is just plain black. So prepare yourself, make sure that everything at the back of the work is not too tangled or is as freed up as you possibly can be. And what I did, because I know that I'm going to be doing Jess's belt here and I need the black yarn on the yarn holder, I have actually cut the yarn off the straight line going up the middle there, and I'll rejoin it at this point. Here we go. So with the blue, we'll knit across to Jess's face and we'll join in the one stitch of the black. So over the first stitch of white here is going to be a piece of black, one black stitch. So just tighten that up a little bit. Taking my black yarn, again leaving enough to sew in, just do one black stitch. The white at the back, bring it underneath, make sure it goes underneath the black, free everything up. There we go. So it's coming out from underneath. Make sure you've got the longer yarn that you're taking it under. 1, 2, and then 3 more of the pink. When I get the yarn, there you go. So drop the white, again 3 stitches pink, and this will be the last of Jess's face. 1, 2, 3. Once again, because we are carrying, right, so that's coming loose a little bit, that's only because we've got an end thread here. So because we're carrying the white across those 3 stitches, what we need to do is twist it. So you can see where I've twisted it there. Hopefully, there you go, you can see where I've twisted it underneath. And you'll need to do another 2 stitches before we join black again for that last white stitch. So I'm going to use this yarn holder here. Again, leaving the end thread. There you go. And now we're joining the central blue again. So what we have to do, get hold of the central blue, run it underneath the black, just so that it loops together. So it's not a twist, it's just a loop. We knit the stitches. I think it stops there, yep. So we're joining Jess's hand here. So because this is only 7 stitch, I have another short piece of pink to join at this point. Just straighten myself out a little bit. Get the pieces. Here we go. So we have just one stitch of the pink, and now his uniform comes in for one stitch. So we get one stitch of the uniform. It's okay because it's only carried one stitch. From there it's only carrying one stitch, so we didn't need to twist it. We've just looped it. Can you see there it's looped under the pink? Bring it through. This next stitch is then the start of a row of black for his waist, his belt. Right, so we join the black and we take that all the way along. Now I need the Air Force blue at the other end. So here's a good example to show you of carrying your colour all the way across. So I'm going to do 3 stitches of the black. Then I'm going to pick up the blue, loop it. I'm just going to carry it across the back and I'll show you what it looks like when we finish. So although I've picked up the loop, I've looped it, not twisted it. I don't need to twist it at this stage. And then knit another 3 of the black. Then get the blue again. You can see it's getting a right tangle. Like I say, just be patient. So again, take the blue around, bring up the black, keeping this Air Force blue nice and loose, not too taut across the back. Let's do another 3. Need to undo a bit. So I've done 3. Yep. Need to pick up the blue again. I think I'm only going to be doing one more black. You'll see I'm not knitting perfectly here, but that's because I'm just trying to do my best while carrying the colour across. So now on the last blue, here, this is where we join Postman Pat's second hand. So, getting the other colour, the longer colour, because there's quite a few stitches here, there's more stitches than his other hand. Again, we do 1, 2, just tighten up that Air Force blue a bit, put down there, okay. And now for the remainder of the row, we pick up the pale blue. You can see it's to the side of the pink there, and knit the remainder of the row. And then I'll show you how it's looking. So, there you have it. Okay, so you can just pull things a little bit tighter on the back. You've got more threads now to sew in, but that's what you should expect when you're doing something like this. So there you go, you can see where I've been joining it. It looks gappy at the moment, but then when you sew your ends in, it doesn't look as bad as this. It doesn't look as loose as this. There you go, what a mess, what a tangle. There you go, but basically you're just following the chart. So that's the end of that row. I'll show you another row on the reverse again, so I'll show you another purl row. I'll do a couple of rows and then I'll rejoin you again.